we're going to walk through how to set up Tabpy on Heroku and then connect that to Tableau Cloud. So on this elements.heroku page, we have this deploy to Heroku button for Tabpy that we'll select. We'll name our Heroku app Tabpy-test, and we'll set a dummy password and username that will clear at the end of this video. After selecting deploy app, Heroku is going to go through some steps to build our app, and while that's waiting, let's go into the Tableau Cloud user interface to start the settings process. So we'll go into settings, extensions, and under analytics extensions, we can create a new connection. We'll select Tabpy, and we can call this whatever we want. Our host name is going to come from that Heroku app once it's finished building. Our port is going to be 443. Our username is going to be test, and our password is going to be test. So let's go back into Heroku and wait for this to finish building. So now our app is deployed, and we can select view, which will give us a window into the Tabpy server on the browser. And now we can copy and paste our host name from the URL. And we'll select, we'll get rid of this HTTPS because it's already in the setting, and we'll select create. Okay, now that we have the analytics extension set up, let's test it out on a workbook. So in order to set up Tabpy, we do need to have our workbook be saved. So after creating this compelling viz, we can publish this Tabpy test. And now that it's published, we can set up Tabpy by going to Analysis, Manage Analytics Extensions, and we can select our Heroku Tabpy server. All right, now that our workbook is connected to Tabpy, let's create a calculated field. And this will be a script that just takes our sum of sales and multiplies it by 2 using Tabpy. So zooming in here, and you can see how script real works over here. But effectively, what we're going to do is we're going to import the NumPy package, bring in arg1 as an array, so arg1 is sum of sales, and do a vectorized array times 2, and then return that as a list. We can drag this in, and as expected, we get our, I'll zoom it in a bit, we get our sum of sales multiplied by 2 across our categories. And we could bring in a different dimension, and this would update accordingly. So we have our sales and our Tabpy sales times 2. Okay, now that we have Tabpy working correctly, let's shut down our Heroku app. Go back into our Heroku page, select Manage App, go into Resources, and we can edit these dyno settings and turn off our app. Confirm. To double check it's off, we can go into our web view, our browser view, refresh that page, see that it gets an error. We can also go into Tableau Cloud. If I refresh this, it might hit the cache. It appears to hit the cache, but if I take this off and bring it back in, we are no longer able to reach our extension. Well, thanks for watching and hope this was helpful.